Paulus' letter ad Romanos, chapter 5. Being therefore justified out of faith, let us have peace with the God through our Lord Yeshua anointed, through whom also we have obtained our access by faith into this grace wherein we stand, and we glory in hope of the glory of the God. And not only so, but we also rejoice in our tribulations, knowing that tribulation worketh steadfastness, and steadfastness approvedness, and approvedness hope, and hope putteth not to shame, because the love of the God hath been shed abroad in our hearts through the Spirit which was given to us. For while we were yet being weak, in due season anointed died for the ungodly. For scarcely for a righteous man will one die, for on behalf of the good man someone impetuously is courageous to die. But the God commendeth his own love toward us, in that while we were yet being sinners, anointed died on behalf of us. Much more then, being now justified by his blood, shall we be saved from the wrath of God through him. For if, while we were enemies, we were reconciled to the God through the death of his Son, much more, having been reconciled, shall we be saved by his life. And not only so, but we also rejoice in the God through our Lord Yeshua anointed, through whom we have now received the reconciliation. Therefore, as through one man the sin entered into the world, and the death entered through the sin, and so the death passed into all men, for all that sinned. For until the law, sin was in the world, but sin is not imputed when there is no law. Nevertheless, the death reigned from Adam until Moshe, even over them that had not sinned after the likeness of Adam's transgression, who is a figure of him that was to come. But not as the trespass, so also is the grace gift. For if by the trespass of the one the many died, much more did the grace of the God and the gift by the grace of the one man Yeshua anointed abound to the many. And not as through one that sinned, so is the gift. For the judgment came of one for condemnation, but the grace gift came of many trespasses for justification. For if by the trespass of the one the death reigned through the one, much more shall they that receive the abundance of the grace and of the gift of the righteousness reign in life through the one, even Yeshua anointed. So then, as through one trespass the judgment came for all men for condemnation, likewise through one righteous deed the grace gift came for all men for justification of life. For as through the one man's disobedience the many were made sinners, even so through the obedience of the one shall the many be made righteous. And the law came in besides, that the trespass might abound. But where the sin abounded, the grace did abound more exceedingly, that as the sin reigned in the death, even so might the grace reign through righteousness to eonic life through Yeshua anointed our Lord.